Yes, welcome my viewers and subscribers to Mellache TV Analysis Thursdays. Yes, excited week ahead of us. Yes, my viewers, a lot in store. So stay tuned to find out what is in store for you guys. We have on panel Andre Haywood, C4. Welcome, Mr. Center Forward.
Blessings, 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 and greetings to the Domino world all over.
Yes, also we have on set Mr. Floyd Wright, Professor himself. Welcome, Professor.
Yeah, man, blessing, man. All viewers, listeners, whatever. But blessed day.
Yeah. Yes, and Playmaster um, is a bit busy. He will be joining us later down in the program. Yes, my viewers, the standings looking good so far. Between rank number 7 to rank number 10th place is very competitive because in first place we have Classic with 56 points. In second place we have Brayton with 49 points. In third place we have Lynx also on 49 points. In fourth place Bull Bay with 44 points. Then in fifth place we have Right Stuff with 41 points. And in sixth place we have Fort International with 39 points. And in seventh place we have Foundation on 33 points. Followed closely behind Cherry Garden in 8th place on 32 points. Closely behind again, Mechanical in 9th place on 31 points. Also knocking on the door, you have Naga's Head with 29 points. Then you have Central in 11th place, 22 points. Passage fourth in 12th place on 21 points. Memory Lane in 13th place on 20 points. Sawasop in 14th place on 19 points. We have Masterpiece in 15th place on 17 points. And Correctional on 15 points. And Village Links on 10 points. Yes, my viewers. So you have between place 6, rank 6 to rank 10th is very close, my viewers. Very, very close. Everyone is fighting for the 8th place. All right, we have some interesting matches last week on Sunday gone. Very interested. First thing we have Lynx 250 and Mechanical 246. A very close indeed match. Center forward, was that expected?
Well, it was expected because Mechanical is in a state of emergency. They need points. I need points quickly as time is running out. And I'd expected that they would play one of their best games. And trust me, they really put up a strong fight against Links United. I believe that the margin of victory is 8 in the end. But so Links United winning by 8. So that was a strong performance from Mechanical. They can take something out of it as they have garnered a point. So, their match against Cherry Gardens this week certainly is a mouth-watering affair.
Okay, Professor, the margin of victory.
No
Did you predict
surprises.
that?
No. I would have probably go for a very low margin of victory because Mechanical did need points in this encounter. Even a point is a good effort on their part, but they would prefer victory. So they were going for the win, there was no surprise that the encounter was this close at the end. They know what they have to do. Is already qualified. Lynx is just securing their position at the top. Want to be one of the top two teams. So that is where their what should I say, their interest lies based on that performance. So, and Mechanical know what they had to do. They should have done a lot of these. The hard work should have been put in much earlier, and then now based on how the fixtures were set up. So no surprise in terms of the result, but I expected Lynx to win this one.
Okay. All right, my viewers, stay tuned because center forward going to give you his analysis on the remaining of games that leave, and also which team can make it from which team can make it, and which team have the hardest team or the harder team to play against. All right, moving forward, we have Classic 250, Right Stuff 246. A very close encounter. Professor, was that margin of victory? Because you're always talking about margin of victory in the professor. Is that margin of victory expected from these two
Um,
teams?
From one because I think repeat.
Classic 250, Right Stuff 246.
Yes, man. I mean, Rice of usually play well against the more noted opponents. So that it is no surprise. They usually comes, but their form coming into this game was something to be questioned based on the fact that the last 4 games they only have one victory, and that victory was to one of the teams I expect to be a blowout with 20 or more points. The last victory was within a 15-point region, and as I said before, that team should have put away that team by 20 points or more. So their form coming to that encounter was not good, especially going up against the best team in the competition. So no surprises how they perform. However, I never expect them to win this encounter based on the poor results coming in terms of their form.
Okay. All right, center forward. At one point, I heard Right Stuff was leading by what? I think it was 12 or something like that. Center forward.
yeah, right stuff made the running. They led everywhere except near the winning post. And it's true. It's a true testament of the quality that Caribbean Classic possesses. That even on an off day or a day that another team turns up to fight, they can still go into their reserve and get the job done. Many are questioning Hulk's decision to make some changes later on while the side was leading. And but Rice Up played their hands. They show that we are here and we are here to compete for the title, and that's a stark reminder to Caribbean Classic that these knockout games will not be as easy as the rounds. And so a great performance from Rice Up, and you know it goes to show that they will have definitely a chance to have winning this competition.
Okay. All right. Great. Very good match from Right Stuff. All right. Still on you. Center forward. Memory lane 250. Passage for 231. Was that expected for you?
Well, this was a matchup with dead rubbers, so you don't know how the teams will turn out, and so you at times you will get some unexpected results, and this is one of the unexpected results because Passage Fort has shown that they can compete well, while Memory Lane has put in the odd shift every now and then. But one would expect that Pacific Port would have got the job done. But kudos to Memory Lane. They went out and they defended the turf and a well-deserved victory in the end.
Okay. So does that mean both teams are out of the runnings for the top 8?
Yes, both teams cannot qualify.
Okay. All right. Professor, Memory Lane 250, Passage Fort 231. Mr. Floyd, right?
Yeah, man, I was on mute. I never realized. So Passage Fort
Yes,
surprised
the mic was on mute.
us by, yeah, man. So surprised us by losing that game. They shouldn't have allowed Memory Lane to win this, but Memory Lane usually put up a fight against the teams that they believed were on par with them. So it was one of the close I thought it would be a much closer encounter, but the margin of victory in terms of the two teams going about it is at what is going on in the competition is something that is not a surprise. But Memory Lane has put in one of their best performances competitively for most of this competition. I expect them not to set the world alight in based on this competition, but they have done well so far in the competition. I can give them kudos for this this season. Looking forward them to even pick up a couple more victories or support.
Okay, great. All right, yes, well done, Memory Lane. All right, moving on. Masterpiece 250, Chair Garden 228. Professor, was that expected, Professor? Masterpiece 250, Chair Garden 228. Mr. Floyd, right? All right. Nothing, Professor. Center forward. Was that expected for you? You're on mute,
Well,
Mr.
this was the dark bite of the round. No, Cherry Gardens are fighting for qualification. This is a match they were supposed to win. No doubt about it. Based on the remaining fixtures. The remaining games are against Mechanical, Foundation, and Brayton. No, this stroke against Masterpiece will certainly put them on the back foot. They must win two of their remaining games, two of the three remaining games. And that's a lot of pressure, considering two teams they're going to face are teams that are also in the same predicament. And so this is a massive drop point. This is, a spanner in the works that was created by Maureen, who we heard already in the program that she had this fixture pointed out to her men that they must get this job done because the country wagon were supposed to pull up at Maureen's foot at the beginning of the season, and they chose to go by kids to town. And so, this is sweet revenge for Maureen and her men. Masterpiece came up trumps with nothing at all playing for. And Cherry Gardens now are in a predicament. So let's see what will happen in their match against Mechanical. But they were supposed to qualify a long time ago.
Okay, who are the three teams? The three teams they have remaining.
Mechanical, Foundation, and Brayton.
Oh, and they have to win two out of the three to qualify.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. All right, my viewers. Stay tuned after this. Center forward, we're going to give you a lowdown on which team can qualify and who they have to play, who they have remaining to play. So stay tuned. Yes, Real Taylor, good night, sir. Good night, Miss Hibbert, Donette Hibbert. Bobby Six yourself, big up Bobby Six. Um, Claudia Mitchell, big up Rasta. And Mark Henry, big up yourself, Mark Henry. Wendell Brian, this is a domino program, Wendell, not chess. It's a domino program. Sorry about that. And Sonic, big up yourself, Miss Clark, big up yourself. Excellent tournament last night. Wonderful tournament. All right, Professor. Masterpiece versus
Yes, ma'am.
Chergard. Masterpiece 250, Chergard 228. Was that expected?
Well, no, never in my books. And the masterpiece, as C4 said, had a vendetta carrying to this game. So if they didn't win any more games, according to what C4 is saying, they had to win this one. And I think they did show what they were capable of, even during the season when a lot of the encounters were close. They were coming from a 15-point loss to Rise Up. They did put up a good fight there. Cherry Gardens now is in the dungeons now based on that negative result for them. They now will have to ensure that they get some points, win two of the last three games they are playing. C4 will give you a breakdown of the teams that they will be playing in that encounter. So Cherry Garden should have lost this game. I don't know how they allow that to happen. I know there's one place up for grabs, and Cherry Garden seems were comfortable in the early stages of this competition. Now look like they will not be in the top eight. So let's see what C4 has a breakdown for the last three games and see how their chances are.
Okay. Okay, great. Um, I think this is the match. Masterpiece versus Chergan. I think this is a match that both everybody bet, everybody prediction for the credit, the $1,000 credit, because I don't think anybody did predict this victory, Masterpiece victory over Cherry Garden. So this is supposed to both everybody prediction to win the $1,000 credit. All right,
Definitely.
moving. Yes, moving on. Fourth International 250, Central 246. Another close encounter. Professor, 4 points. Central lose by.
Yes,
Was that expected?
4 point deficit.
Deficit. Yes.
As we said, Central is a bit unpredictable, and they are one of the three teams in the competition who have a fairly small squad and is easily manageable with some quality. So their encounter is not a surprise. In their last encounter wasn't a surprise. I They will do well because the captain, as I said before, will have a fewer choices and he will see the quality a bit more. Central is playing well within themselves. We never expect them to be in the top eight. Most persons probably never carry them in the top eight, but they are giving a good account of themselves. And this last of foundation is something that is fourth. Sorry, is somewhat of a surprise because fourth has been putting away the teams then by massive margins since they lost to Southside. So somewhat of a surprise in terms of how Central put up a fight. Hence the score of 252-46, one of the three encounters that when that persons win by 4 points. So Fort is looking asserting themselves in the competition. They have the team to win this competition. So they are just they're putting them foot down, getting the practice in just for the top eight, for the quarterfinals.
All right. What happened on the day? C4.
Well, they say Domino plays on the day, and that was
Yes.
the case because one didn't expect that a central team would put up such strong fight against the mites of Port International, who are certainly one of the farm teams right now. And Central plays well at home, as Playmaster would always tell you. And their record at home shows that they have played some close matches. And so this was one of those games that you didn't expect that Central would actually pull a rabbit out of the hat. But they played well, and they ensured that Port was fully extended. You know, and 4 points, losing by 4 points, they might say that they should have won that match. But in the end, it was a win for Port International, the better team on the day.
Did this match went down to Sunday?
Basically,
Okay. All right. Moving on. Bull Bay 250. Nago said 206. This look like a blowout. Professor.
Yes, certainly a blowout. After coming off a blowout victory themselves in the last encounter, the foundation, as you say, is one of the teams just in for that last position, and they did what they have to do. So there's no surprise for this encounter. Foundation did want it more. The chances of Nagoed now is out the door, so they won't be in a well. They still have a chance, I guess. I don't know that is possible. C4 can give you the breakdown, and we look at the possibilities. Or they is that because they're on 29 points, and uh, the position that Foundation was in, they were behind on a point, and they ensure that they go ahead in this competition. They still have so there are three teams just in for one position now, I guess. Fort only need a victory to assert themselves as to certain. So Foundation, on 7 and for 33 points. Cherry Gardens on 32. Mechanical is on 31. Nagoed is on 29. So those positions seems are very tight there. So teams will be just in for position to ensure Nagoed after this loss still has a chance to make it, depending on so they will depend on other games played on the day for other teams who are vying for the top 8 position. So still within that chance, although that massive loss.
Okay. All right. Yes, my viewers, remember, stay tuned because center forward going to give you a breakdown on which team can't make it and which team can make the top 8. All right, center forward. What is your take on Bull Bay 250 Lagos at 206?
well, Bull Bay, are one of the favorites for this competition. Their squad is very deep, and they can blow any team away. And they duly obliged in this fixture against an Agoed team who has been spirited in most of their matches. Don't know what went wrong, but don't let that party at games that they lost by fool you. No, Nagoed, they will bounce back. But this is certainly a dent to their chances of qualifying. But a big win for Foundation and a step in the right direction.
Okay, big win for Bull Bay. All right. Yes, still on you, center forward. Brighton 250, Village Links 217.
Well, it was an expected result for Bull Bay. For expected result for Brighton. I didn't see Villaging creating any problems, and the defending champions duly obliged. Village Link rooted at the bottom of the standing. This goes to show that they definitely need some restructuring going forward.
Okay, Professor. Brighton 250, Village Links 217. You're on mute, Professor, if you're speaking.
Yeah, Brighton do what Brighton has to do, knowing that they now will have to use these games as a sort of dress rehearsal for their quarterfinal. The quarterfinal, when the quarterfinal is decided, so they will have to put away the teams, make use of all the players that they feel who need some game time and so forth. So this is a good dress rehearsal for them. They expected to put away Village Links, and they did just that in the commanded manner. And they will just now look forward to their next encounter, just to see what they have, because they are one of the teams, especially probably the team that most persons expect them to give Classic the biggest challenge, and they are also the defending champion, which also says a lot. And they were the team who beat Classic in the last Portmore League, and Classic was in the final, featured in the final, surprisingly. So they will know that Classic is a team to beat, and they're just putting away the teams that they should beat after coming off a massive loss from Classic.
Okay, great. All right. Still on you, Professor. Foundation 250, so what's up 209. Was that expected for you?
Probably I expected a little closer encounter. So what's up is going through a process where they are playing one of the weakest units in terms of aggregate. They don't have a strong a lot of persons in their roster, but they are playing with the players that they have. Foundation know what they have to do to win this encounter, and they did just that. It's quite a large margin for them, but they have been doing what they are doing. Probably the only surprise for most persons before Double Six was posing this commission that they will not be in the top 8, but they came in with quality. So there's not a surprise that they are featuring for our top 8 spot as we speak.
Okay, great. All right. Center forward.
Well,
Foundation 250. So what's up 209?
Foundation, went about doing business. So what's up? They virtually didn't have anything but pride to play for. They didn't turn up as one would expect they would turn up as when you're in the business end of the competition. Teams that are jostling for positions supposed to get the job done. And Foundation duly obliged. SOASAP even gave games to the females combination to get them some game time. But no problems for Foundation, who are, definitely one of the teams that are in line to make it into the top 8.
Okay, great. Yes, World Boss. Big up yourself, World Boss. Welcome. Delroy Moses. Big up yourself, sir. Natasha Perry. Good night. Question, center forward. From the top 5 are secure, right? To make the quarterfinal, are the top 6. Classic,
The top
Brighton,
six
Links.
The top six are true.
The top six are
Top
secure.
The top six are true. Port International has a game against Garvey Mead. So that points
Oh,
added,
yeah, that's secure. Yeah, man,
Oh,
that's secure. Yeah.
their spot into the quarterfinal.
Yes. All they need is just 4 more
okay,
points
so the
to
top
ensure
six
that.
are secure. Okay, but
Yes.
Foundation on in seventh place on 33 points. Cherry Garden on eighth place on 32 points. Mechanical, ninth place on 31 points. And Naga Z in 10th place on 29 points. Everyone is knocking on the door for the seventh and eighth place position. Could you give us a breakdown to which team can make the top eight from which team can't make the top eight and who they have playing between Foundation, Cherry Garden, Mechanical, and Naga Z?
All right. Firstly, we start with Nago Ed. They have a game against Port International. They have Masterpiece and they have Right Stuff. No, Nago Ed must win all 3 matches to qualify. If they lose any one of the 3, they are out. But if they win all 3, they are in. And so
Okay.
Nago Ed needs to win all games. So I would have Nago Ed finishing in 10th spot as I would have Nago Ed beating Masterpiece but losing to Port International and also losing their match against Right Stuff. So I'm predicting for Nago Ed to finish on 33 points. Now, Cherry Gardens, this is the interesting team because they played extremely well throughout the season, but in recent games they have been topsy-turvy and has been dropping some points where they shouldn't. You know, even if they make up with it by beating Right Stuff, losing earlier to Correctional and now losing to Masterpiece team that is going absolutely nowhere, they are in serious problem. They need to win 2 out of the 3 remaining fixtures that they have. Their their match their match against Cherry their match against Mechanical is pivotal to both teams' chances, right? And their other match is also a pivotal match against Foundation, another team that is fighting for a space. And their final match is against defending champions Brighton. No, I am predicting that Brighton will get the better of Cherry Gardens in the final match. And I'm also predicting that Cherry Gardens could actually squeeze past Foundation. But, you know, they should, they are in a bit of a bother for this fixture against Mechanical, as their form is not so right. And so I'm going for a Mechanical win here. So I would have Cherry Gardens finishing in 9th spot with 36 points. Now, Foundation, they are on 33 points. Their remaining fixtures this Sunday, they have a game against Garvey Mead. They then have a game against Cherry Gardens and a fixture also against Bull Bay. Now, I would have Foundation losing to Bull Bay and actually, losing to Cherry Gardens. But their match against Garvey Mead, that they will get these 4 points, put them to 37 points. And so a point in front of Cherry Gardens. And so I have this team Foundation finishing in the 8th spot. Now I have Mechanical to finish in the coveted 7th spot and avoid Caribbean Classic. I have them to beat Cherry Gardens and also to get a victory against Central, and that will bring them up to 39 points, even if they should lose their fixture, their final fixture. So I am going for Mechanical to finish in that 7th spot.
Okay. Who are the 3 teams Mechanical has to play? Center for you on mute.
Come again?
Which three teams Mechanical has to play? You said
All
they
right.
have Cherry Garden.
Mechanical as Port International. They have Cherry Gardens and they have Central. So I'd expect that they will beat Central and they will beat Cherry Gardens, but lose to 40 International. So I would have them picking up 8 points to finish on 39 points.
The signal drop there. Go ahead, repeat, please. All right, so they have Central. Sorry about that. The signal. Now, who is that?
They have Port International. Port International.
Okay.
Port International, Cherry Gardens, and Central.
Okay. Okay. The prediction Bull Bay, Right Stuff, Fort International, and Mechanical in 7th place, and Cherry Garden in 8th place. So that is your prediction, right?
No. Foundation in 8th place.
Oh, Foundation in 8th place.
Yes.
Okay. So let's go again. So you have Classic first, Brayton,
Yes.
Lynx, Bull Bay, Right Stuff, Fort International, Mechanical, and then Foundation.
Yes.
Okay, great stuff, Center Forward, great stuff. Thank you for that, sir. And my viewers, you heard it yourself. The breakdown of teams remaining for each team to play, who they have remaining, and who they can beat from who they can't beat. Although they said Domino play on the day, but this is predicting based off statistics. All right. Moving on to the prediction for this Sunday, week 15th. We're going to have some very exciting match this week. All right. No one won the $1,000 credit for predicting the top 8 winners for last Sunday. Yes. And Masterpiece boss everybody bet against Cherry Garden. So Everett, nobody win Everett. So big up yourself, Everett. Big up yourself. All right, moving on to the prediction. We have first on the list, we have Memory Lane versus Soasop. Professor, what is your prediction there?
Soasop expected to win this one, coming off 2 straight losses, but they should have enough ammunition to get by Memory Lane. Memory Lane have never beaten Soasop, or I think on one occasion, but Soasop have their just going in this encounter. So I expect them to continue their winning trend against Memory Lane. Memory Lane, though, bring a surprise because Passage Fort did beat Soasop. But however, Memory Lane did beat Passage Fort. So let's see how that goes if Memory Lane can do the double. Yes. So yeah. So let's see what I'm carrying Soasop to win this encounter.
Okay. All right. Center forward.
Which match is it?
Memory Lane versus Soasop.
Well, this game is another dead rubber. And both teams will just come into this game, and the team that turns up more prepared is going to get the job done. And but Soasop has the quality to get the better of Memory Lane, but this is not a guaranteed 4 points, as Memory Lane has just thrown down Passage Fort. But I'm just sticking my neck out for a Soursop victory, but wouldn't be surprised if Memory got the job done.
Okay, question. Center forward. I've heard that there's going to be a bottom four. You heard about that? Is that so? Bottom
I
four
haven't
playoff.
heard, but sometimes there's a snap call for a bottom four sometimes by Mr. Mina.
Okay. All right. Moving on, Professor, correctional versus Village Links. What is your prediction there?
This is the battle of the teams on the lower tier of the ladder. Both teams are in 16th and 17th position.
Yes.
So they will, even
16th
Village
and
Link
17th.
win this
Yes.
game, win this encounter, they will still be at the end of the table. Correctional, because they are 5 points behind, and this is 4 points for the encounter. So even if they still Village Link still win, they will still be at the lower end of the table. Based on how correctional is playing, especially in the last 5 or so games, I do expect correctional to eke out a victory. I believe it will be a close encounter though. However, correctional should get this one home and dry.
Okay. Center forward. Correctional versus Village Links.
Well, Correctional are the home team, and they would want to put up a good show. Passage Forts, they lost to Memory Lane, and they're kind of down right now. But it just take a day for the Sorrows to go away. So going for a Passage Fort rebound against Correctional.
No,
No, Village Link.
correctional versus Village Links. Village Links.
They're trying to get out the cellar with their remaining games. And this is a Spanish Town derby, by the way. So one would expect that
Yes.
this game will be a close affair, as in a derby game. And I expect both teams to actually come out to play this game. So I'm looking for a good showdown of two teams that are close by. And I'm going for the home team to just edge this one, as they are playing better than the final results are showing.
Okay. All right. Center forward. Since you're on Passage Fort, I said Passage Fort going to win this encounter. It's Passage Fort is versus right stuff. Your prediction still stands, Passage Fort?
Well, as I said, Passage 4 just lost to Memory Lane, and they don't want to bounce back. But this is not ideal for them against Right Stuff. Right Stuff just lost the Classic in a driving finish, a match they led virtually all the way. So you'd expect that Right Stuff would want to set the record straight, and Passage 4, they could be in for hiding. It's Right Stuff to win by as much as you please.
Okay. All right. Barry, Mr. Ruel. You heard it. Ruel Taylor. You heard it. Passage Fort is going up against Right Stuff, and Passage Fort is really down right now, and Classic Right Stuff lose a very good match against Classic, so Right Stuff is on a high right now. Want anybody eat dog right here now. So Ruel right. I wanted to prove center forward wrong, Mr. Berry. To prove center forward wrong. All right, my viewers, please remember to click like on the videos. And for all those persons who don't subscribe as yet, please do so to get the latest update. And also remember to do your prediction. The first person to predict the 8 winners for this Sunday will win a $1,000 credit of your choice. So that's the first person So we only have one winner so far out of the 14 games, the 14 weeks. We will have one winner. So I hope this Sunday someone can actually win a $1,000 credit of their choice. All right, Professor, Passage Fort versus Right Stuff. What is your take?
Passage food. I don't know if them can spring a dog bite. However, on the other end of the scale, Rise of is in a dog fight, and that is how they want to position themselves for the quarterfinals. They are already in there. They are on 41 points and just 4 points behind Bull Bay. So they would want to just maintain their fifth position because that will favor them well because they will either play the fourth place team. So all they want to do is maintain their position, coming off a loss, a very close loss, a game that the position that they were in throughout the match, they should have came away victors. However, they will now look to consolidate their position in the top 8 placing, so they will make a spring for the final or for the confident the most sought after Portmore League trophy.
Okay. All right. Center forward, let me ask that question. Passage Fort has they have Right Stuff. The remaining matches, they have Right Stuff, Lynx, and Brayton. Will Passage Fort get a point out of any of those three matches?
I don't think so. Any points they get, we will consider as a dog bite from now on.
Okay. But they have, and look at it, they have three teams who already qualify for the quarterfinals. So even if they beat any one
Yes,
of the
yes,
team, it would have been an upset, really.
definitely.
Okay. All right. Professor, Bull Bay versus Central.
Bull based
You're
for
on
this
mute.
one. They have been doing what they should be doing coming to the final stages of this competition and to the most important stage, and that's the quarterfinals. They have been putting away their teams convincingly, and I believe they will do so with Central. They haven't been taking any chances. They have been playing all their players that they should be playing, and Central is in for uh, a, 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 a rude awakening. I will believe that it's another blowout for Bull Bay. Central might probably put up a fight, especially initial stages. But Bull Bay should get this one home at the end of the day.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry that Playmaster is not here. No, Playmaster will go with Central against Bull Bay. Right center forward.
Yes, yes. He thinks a lot about this central team, but Bull Bay, they are really playing well right now, and one would expect that they will get the job done. I just can't see Central upsetting the apple cart, even if Central played such a strong game against Port International. I believe that this will be very very tough for them.
Okay. All right. Same on you. C4. Brighton versus Masterpiece.
Yes, a easy win for Brighton. As I believe that they are just thrown in the machine. They are just thrown in the machine, and they should get the job done. And they're actually looking forward to their quarter final They're really not really looking at per se, beating Masterpiece, but actually tuning up the machine, and it's a Brighton win, comfortable.
Okay. Professor, any upset here? With that big win from Masterpiece?
See, let me tell you, and I'm going to say this. Brighton might just take this game simple, and try to relax in this encounter. Masterpiece is not a team that even when they are out, they usually gives up. They have some surprise in them, and it was shown in the last encounter. I'm just saying this now, and Masterpiece might take Brighton might take my advice and come out with all guns blazing. Because if they do take this game as somewhat of an academical interest, they will certainly be on this is going to be a certain dog bite. So if they are very serious and want to ensure that going into the quarterfinal they don't have a loss in their win in their lose column, they will have to come out guns blazing for this encounter, because Masterpiece is definitely coming for a win. But they should get this one done.
Okay. All right. Same on you, Professor. 4th International versus Nagase.
Boy, as C4 said, in order to have a place in the quarterfinal, Nagwed will have the top 8. Nagwed would have to win all 3 games. And I can tell you, that is highly impossible based on what is going on this season with Nagwed. This match is a match that I don't they will put up a fight, because they still believe that 9 points can carry them through. However, I don't see them winning this game. Sport is playing very well after they lost to Southside, and I don't believe that they would want to suffer a loss going into the quarterfinals, because that wouldn't argue well for them. So I expect them to come out victors, but definitely I expect a fight here from Nagwed just to have a chance. They want to keep their slim hopes alive, and they will try to come out with a victory. But Fort have enough quality to dispose of Nagwed.
Okay. All right. Center forward, 4th International versus Nagase. Remember, 4th International. Hold on. Remember, 4th International already make the top 8. So maybe 4th International can go into this match very relaxed. Well, Nagase need the point. Nagase is hungry now. They need the point.
Well, not going
So,
to need the point, but I can tell you that 4th International are not planning to lose anytime soon. That's the mindset of 4th International. And once they continue this mindset, I'm sure that Nago Ed will be in for problems coming by the 4th International ground. I just can't see Nago Ed getting anything from this game. But this is a game they need to win, so I'm expecting that they'll put their best foot forward. But whether it is good enough is another thing. It's a 4th International victory for me.
Okay. All right. Moving on to the future matches. We have 2 future matches for this week. Caribbean Classic versus Lynx. Professor, this is a very epic match, Professor.
Classic was pushed to the wire, and their last game, going up against Lynx. This should be see them getting out all stops to ensure whatever happens on last Sunday, can't be a repeat. And Links now this match is somewhat of appropriate going to the final, because normally over the years Links you and Classic usually play somewhere in the middle section of the competition. Now this is a little bit different, just with about three games to go. So this is something that both teams will be analyzing how well they will feature going in the last eight, and both teams will want to put out a good showing to see where they are in the competition, because this is the marquee game, because Lynx is playing well, but not as well as we know a Lynx would play. But they're still a good aggregation, and I expect Classic with the sort of players they have, and they will make less mistakes. And I just believe Classic should get this one home here, just to solidify their place at the top. Solidify their place at the top. So
Okay.
we see Classic here with a victory going into this encounter. But Lynx, even if they lose, they will probably penetrate their emphasis now on winning the competition, because they know where they are if going up against Classic.
Okay. All right. Center forward. I heard in the last encounter, Caribbean Classic and Lynx. I heard that Lynx came out victorious over Caribbean Classic. Um, what is your take on this Caribbean Classic versus Lynx match?
Well, on paper, Caribbean Classic and Links will always be a feature match. These teams are familiar with the players that usually play for the Classic team that are over by Links. Now, one would have to back Caribbean Classic until they lose. They are winning games, and until they lose, we'll have to continue backing them. Links, we'll look on the file and say that they must have a chance based on what happened with the match against Right Stuff last week. The Caribbean Classic had to pull out all the reserve to get the job done. So Lynx will fancy their chances now, but I believe that Caribbean Classic, will go home, and go back to the drawing board and see what needs to fix and try to fix it. So this game is a game that will always be played closely. Lynx have some supremely talented players, legendary players. The great Tyson, Diggy Diggy, Soji, just to name a few. But I would just give Caribbean Classic that edge based on the fact that they are winning and they are getting the job done.
Okay. All right. This is like a finals to me. Caribbean Classic versus Lynx. It's like a finals to me. C4. Who are your finalists? Which two teams is your finalists?
Well, it's too early to call. I would definitely have to have all the teams at the end of the season and see where they stand in terms of farm, and as such that would be easier. But to just call a winner right now or fight the finalists right now, it is very tough. You know, one Caribbean Classic are favorites to make the final. Britain are also favorites to make the final, as these two teams will possibly finish first and second and avoid each other. They are the favorites, but that doesn't say that they will actually
They
make
will
it to the
meet.
final.
Okay. All right, Professor. I forward a question to you also. Which two teams are your finalists?
It will be very difficult. The only way I could predict that is if the final eight is 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 out. As we speak, it's not, so it's very difficult. However, I expect,
Mhm.
based on what is going on so far for the season, I just could probably predict one team in the final, and that is probably Classic. But
Classic.
I don't know who is the other team. We have to see what the final semi-final is at the moment, and the semi-final draw, quarter-final draw is, and then I could predict the two finalists.
Okay. All right. Still on you, Professor. The next feature match is Chergon versus Mechanical. What is your prediction here? Because
Well,
both teams need a point.
this is the match. This is really a feature match because both teams are going need that victory, and this is,
Yes.
I don't know how to call this one. It is very hard call. However, I would give Cherry Gardens the edge here in this encounter. Mechanical as a good, I feel a good squad, but I just give, based on what I've seen for season, both teams are very inconsistent so far, but the better consistent um one here is probably Cherry Gardens. So I would go for Cherry Gardens over Mechanical.
Okay. All right. I am very sad to know that you have these two features match on the same day because Caribbean Classic versus Lynx is a very good matchup, and also Chergon versus Mechanical. Both teams need a point, so that's a dog eat dog fight.
No,
And this match
and
is
and to be honest here, Mellache, probably all due respect, I would give the future match is supposed to be Cherry Gardens Mechanical, because
Mechanical.
because it's the classic match is and the
And
thing is
Classic and Lynx is two favorites. Two favorites.
yes, they are arch rivals, so they are just
Yeah.
concentrated for bragging rights at this point, and
Yes.
see where they finish. But definitely the
The
feature match
Chergon and
is really
Mechanical.
Mechanical. That's where
It's
it
really
is.
the Chergon and Mechanical.
Yes, because that is the both
Yes.
teams have a lot to play for.
Yeah. Yes. A lot to play for. Scatter in the house. Big up yourself, Otis Drummond. Better late than never. Big up yourself, Scatter. Um, let's see if we're going to bring Chergon to victory this Sunday against Maki, the Mechanicals. All right. Yes, my viewers. Bobby Six sending his prediction.
Why Bobby Six he can't
Bobby
win
Six
that
says
man?
Soursop, Village Links, Village Links, Right Stuff, Bull Bay, Brayton, Fort International, Links United, Mechanical. So Scatter, yeah, that Bobby Six bringing Mechanical to win this encounter.
But
Yes, Bobby Six, pick up yourself.
Mellache, why Bobby Six boy, me tell you, he can't get both six right, you know, man. He not live up to his name.
Where's not even get six right in this?
He not even can't get six right 1 week, boy. I tell you.
So what's up, Eddie? So what's up, Eddie this?
He
Aldo, so what's
can't
up,
get six
Eddie
right.
list?
He either get 5 or less, man. But I tell you.
All right, my viewers. Yes, Everett sending his prediction also. Badras, when you've sending a prediction, Everett said classic, so what's up, correctional, right stuff, Fort International, Bull Bay, Brayton, and Cherry Garden. All right. Bobby Six, we'll leave you to scatter. You and scatter in the group. I'll leave it to scatter. All right. My viewers, we have come to the end of another program. But before we go, we have a big up Sansan League. Sansan League has started. And it started out with a bang. Yes, my viewers, started out on Monday. And the results for Monday matches. We have Pampas players play against Stretch Assassin. So Pampas players on 75 points and Stretch Assassin on 67 points. So the Pampas players are the defending champion. Is the Pampas player? No, they came in second, right? Center forward.
Yeah, they were second.
Okay. So they're showing the assassins what they are made of. And hard target 75 versus Rebel T on 63 points. So hard target took it there. And that was on Monday. And on Tuesday, last night, the results are Storm them on 75 points and 85 strikers on 70 points. And the final match last night, very hilarious match. Bomb Squad on 75 points. And the big team, Elite. And the Elite Squad, Elite Squad is made up of mostly young players. Yes, but their name are calling all over Jamaica. Yes. So the Bomb Squad took it there, 75 points. Elite Squad, 73 points. So I heard them last night, the better squad win. All right, my viewers, just remember there will be a cash prize of $5,000 for the player of the week. So the player with the most points in each week will win his or herself $5,000. And also Joker, Future Vision or something like that, is also putting up a cash prize also for Team of the Week. Another $5,000 for Team of the Week. So Sansan League is going on with things. So I know a lot of persons now are upset why they didn't enter the Sansan League. Because a lot of cash prizes given away. A lot of cash. I know first place prize is $150,000. So a lot of money is given away in the Sansan League. Big up yourself, Sansan. League large. Yes. Center forward. Any new business?
Center forward's gone.
Oh, center forward is not here. All right. Donovan Davis asked a question. Did you guys change the Wednesday? Change it to Wednesdays now? All right. The Sansan League, Cross Table League is on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So for now, we are putting it on Wednesday. So the name still change. Mellache TV Analysis Thursdays, because we're going to put it back to Thursdays. But because of the league, we don't want to clash, because persons want to participate in the league and persons also want to participate in the program. That's why we put it on a Wednesday. So just to accommodate the Sansan League. Yes, so the league is on a, they have a break on a Wednesday, so we'll put it on a Wednesday. So just for now, Donovan Davis. All right, Professor, any new business, any other business?
No, I don't know if you have the item in front of you. You probably can state the two games coming up tomorrow. You have that? Just for the listeners, the viewers.
No, Sansan is here. You could send us a list of the players, the teams that are playing tomorrow. She was here earlier.
Caribbean Best. I think that is 7 o'clock encounter. So I think that's the only match I have. I don't know who's playing the second one.
Okay. All right, I'm not sure, but I don't know if this match is still on for Saturday. This Saturday, the Stretch and Cadine of Unity Domino Club sponsors the return bout contenders. So they have Jubilee 14 and Kill Bill versus Wandon and Chaplard. I don't know if the match is still on, but I think I saw them still promoting it. And this will be this Saturday. And they have the bonus round. Stretch versus Foley. And Children versus Pusey. And Dean versus Aguero. So this will be this Saturday at the Unity home ground, Vilma's Shop, Coke Road, Glendevon, St. James. So this is at Stretch Place, Stretch and Cadine. So it is Jubilee 14 versus Kill Bill. No, Jubilee 14 and Kill Bill versus Wandon and Chaplard. So this is like Kingston versus the rural area. And the bonus round is Stretch versus Foley and Children versus Pusey and Dean versus Aguero. So this is this Saturday. So that's it for tonight. And thanks for viewing. Remember to click like on the video. And if you don't subscribe, remember to subscribe. So thanks for viewing. See you guys next week.